their great wisdom, the gods forged Talara at the nexus of the planes.
Too tempting a prize, it attracted the hunger of Regulus and his Bloodstorm.
With strength and faith, Talarans drove Regulus beyond the Holy Ward.
And by ingenuity and cleverness, the dragons were imprisoned.
But dangerous malcontents cracked the ward, protecting Talara from Regulus.
And the blindly faithful did nothing to stop the rifts from getting out of control.
So now, the mighty must stand beside the gods to overcome Talara's enemies.
And the brilliant must build machines for when the gods will fail.
No defiant heretic will unmake our world.
No guardian will tell us what our future will be.
We are the chosen.
We are the powerful.
We are the ascended.
Oh, hello. So, for the past few days I've been rocking my funky socks off in the Rift beta and finally dragged myself away long enough to give you my first impressions of it. And if I'm honest, because I needed a toilet break. But anyway, for anyone that doesn't know, as you probably just saw, Rift's an MMO set in the fantasy world of Talara, which to me sounds like some kind of airheaded winner of Miss World in 1987 or a post-op drag queen or something. But anyway, there's an evilness in the form of rifts that are tearing apart the world and making it a terrible place to buy property or something along those lines. Unsurprisingly, you're the person to help put this world back in order. What a surprise. If anything, so people will stop asking you to do random stuff like killing wolves, collect wood, or just get the hell out of their quest hub. Anyhow, let's start at the top. The gameplay. As you might expect, the gameplay centres around quests, picking them up, doing them, handing them in, getting rewards, waving goodbye and trotting off to the next zone like some kind of obedient spaniel. However, they've done a pretty solid job with setting up quest hubs which allow you to do a handful of nearby quests before moving on. It keeps the pace going and the feeling of progression alive, and that makes a lot of difference in these types of games. Along with that, there's a nice learning curve for your chosen class, profession and other aspects of the world, like tackling random rifts themselves. Now, aside from there being 2 factions and 4 base classes, you can choose up to 2 complementary subclasses, making a total of 3, which seems to me anyway to give a decent flexibility in customising your character. I found while in solo, party and raid play, the combination of class skills added a lot of options to my gameplay, and although you do need to be careful once you start assigning points, reassigning costs money, you know, it's not too much of a headache. New skills are learnt by adding talent points into a talent tree, of course, which in turn unlocks new abilities from the class's root, as Rift calls it. So in other words, adding X number of points into a talent tree will unlock a new spell, and new ranks of that spell can be learnt from a class trainer. Trades work a little differently, allowing up to 3 trades from outfitting, that's making leather, cloth, gear to you and me, mining, foraging for woods and flowers, damn tree huggers, armor smithing, weapon smithing and a fair few others as well. There's a scavenging ability that allows you to break down the items you make or you find through questing or through killing mobs, which can then be broken down into materials that you can use again. For me, this made trade skilling quite fun and less of a farm or grind fest. You also get special items along the way that you can add into your craftables, giving them additional stats, all of which makes itemization quite an easy thing to attain, so you're not lagging behind too much. Another aspect I should mention about the gameplay is that it's all very serious. It's a serious business. When I say that, I mean there's not much joking around in Talara. It's all this Rift business is quite serious, but you know, it is fun. Nonetheless, the seriousness of it all does add a certain level of coolness that I can't deny, really, and I liked, and kind of kept pushing me on, really, rather than making me think, oh god, this is a bit heavy. Also, the combat, depending on the class you play, is a little sporadic at times, with some classes being a little odd to play and others being a whole bundle of fun. I tried one of each class across 2 factions, and tried a good number of the subclasses too, and found that while each combination brings a load of good stuff with it, there are some oddities. The animations are mostly solid throughout, although some classes still do need a little bit of work, but it is a beta. And you know, at times that made the combat a little stunted. Then again, some classes are more complete and make melting faces or bashing skulls very entertaining. Now let's tackle the graphics. Let me put this in a nutshell. Rift is simply beautiful. Every zone has a lot of character, a lot of detail, and you really get a sense of expansiveness and depth. And rather than feeling boxed in and limited, you feel a lot more freer because of the environments, despite being guided from one place to the next through the questing system. I've stopped more than a few times to take a look around, and for once not because I was lost in a badly designed MMO like, well, yeah, let's not go there. Also, there's some really nice cutscenes that, when combined with Rift's sound, adds a lot to your experience. Even the music is pretty good and propels you forward, with a serious face on, of course. So overall, I've been pleasantly surprised by the beta so far. It's clean, fun, relaxing, and pretty interesting to play. Beautiful to look at, excellent to listen to, and quite a tonic to more hectic games that might be on your hard drive. The experience overall was like a cross between World of Warcraft and Guild Wars. There's no denying a pretty big influence there, and it's kind of trying to build on that and not doing a bad job at the moment. It's like those in both mechanics, how you play the game, to the general vibe, the movement, the way it feels when you're playing, and how the game's fundamentally put together. Rift might not be, a massive step forward, and it might not be a game for everyone, but it's probably for most MMO, fantasy or RPG junkies to at least have a look at. It ticks most of the boxes you expect to see, and a few others you might not expect to even want ticked. Will I be getting it? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. It depends what there is at higher levels. My highest so far is a level 19, and I'm kind of at the stage where I want an increasing level of diversity. And for me, I'm kind of getting it, but that'll really be the make or break of my personal decision. For now, I'm just enjoying the ride, especially as I'm about to get my first mount. So go Charger! I'd highly recommend you checking out the beta for yourselves. It is quite fun, especially if you group with somebody to do it as well. That'll probably be even more enjoyable. In fact, I'd even persuade you to look into it more, with an open mind. It is a beta. Anyway, if you want to know more about Rift, I'll put up some stuff on game-bank.info. So check out the site if you want to get some more details about the game or about the beta itself. Anyway, for now, I shall bid you farewell. Happy gaming.
But there is one last hope. We survivors have made our stand and successfully engineered a new Ascended. You are our masterpiece, Defiant. The fate of Talara rests on your shoulders. You must not fail.
It's time for us to step it up another level now, cause we finished warming up, so we rise up, elevate to maintain, fill up with octane and fan the flame. We regain all the names the enemy took away.